I never thought I'd be that guy, the one who snoops through his girlfriend's phone. But there I was, sitting on our couch, holding Sarah's sleeping phone in my trembling hands, my heart pounding as I stared at a notification that would change everything. Sarah and I had been together for 2 years. We met in college, fell in love, and after graduation, we moved in together. Our relationship wasn't perfect, but it was solid. We had our fights, like any couple, but we always worked through them. We talked about the future marriage, kids, the whole white picket fence dream, or at least I thought we did. It started innocently enough. Sarah had been acting distant for a couple of weeks. She was on her phone more than usual, smiling at messages she wouldn't share with me. She claimed it was just work stress or her friends being silly, but something felt off. Call it intuition, call it insecurity, but I couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. The night I found the profile, Sarah had fallen asleep on the couch while watching a movie. Her phone was on the coffee table, screen up, when a notification popped up from an app called HeartLink. I didn't think much of it at first, but then I saw the preview. Someone new matched with you, Sarah. My stomach dropped. I knew. Sarah didn't have any dating apps, had both deleted ours when we got serious. I told myself, there must be a reasonable explanation. Maybe it was an old account she forgot about. Maybe it was spam. But as I sat there in the dim light of the television, my curiosity got the better of me. I gently picked up her phone, my hand shaking. I knew her passcode. She trusted me, and I had never violated that trust before. Until now. I typed in the code, my fingers feeling clumsy and foreign. The phone unlocked, and I hesitated for a moment, questioning whether I really wanted to go down this path. But the notification had already planted a seed of doubt, and I needed to know. I opened the app, and there it was. Sarah's profile, complete with recent photos I recognized from her Instagram. Her bio read, "Fun-loving girl, looking for adventure and good conversation. Let's see where this goes." The worst part, the last active timestamp showed she had been on the app just hours ago. Felt sick. My hands were sweating, and my heart was racing. I scrolled through her profile, seeing the matches she had made, the conversations she had started. None of them seemed explicit or overly flirtatious, but the fact that she was on a dating app at all was betrayal enough. I woke her up. I know I probably should have waited until morning, approached it more calmly, but I was hurt and angry and couldn't hold it in. "Sarah," I said, my voice shaking, "wake up." She stirred, blinking, her eyes open. "What's wrong? Is everything okay?" I held up her phone, the dating app still open. "What is this?" Her eyes went wide, and she sat up quickly, grabbing the phone from my hand. "Were you going through my phone? How could you?" "How could I?" I laughed, but there was no humor in it. "How could you? We're in a committed relationship, and you're on a dating app." "It's not what you think," she said, her voice defensive. "I can explain." "Please do," I said, crossing my arms. "I'm dying to hear this." She took a deep breath. "A few weeks ago, some friends and I were talking about dating apps. We were curious about the new ones, and I made a profile just to see what it was like. I never intended to actually meet anyone from it. It was just curiosity. Just curiosity." I couldn't believe what I was hearing. "We've been active on it for weeks." "Sarah, you've matched with people, had conversations. How is that?" "Just curiosity." I was bored, she said, tears welling in her eyes. "Our relationship has been so routine lately, and I just wanted to feel wanted, to feel that excitement again. But I never would have cheated on you. I love you, love me." I was incredulous. "You don't do this to someone you love. You don't go looking for attention from other people. You're in a committed relationship." "I wasn't looking for attention," she insisted. "I was just looking for a distraction, something to make me feel alive again." "So, this is my fault?" I asked, my voice rising. "Because our relationship has become routine." "No. That's not what I'm saying," she said, reaching for my hand. I pulled away. "I'm saying I made a mistake. A stupid, childish mistake. But it didn't mean anything, I swear." We argued for hours that night. She accused me of violating her privacy by going through her phone. I accused her of betraying my trust by being on a dating app. Both of us had valid points, but both of us had also done wrong. The next few days were tense. We barely spoke, and when we did, it was either cold politeness or another argument. I moved into the guest room, unable to sleep next to her, unable to look at her, without feeling that stab of betrayal. I started questioning everything about our relationship. Had it really become so routine? Had I been neglecting her emotional needs? Or was this just an excuse, a way for her to justify her behavior? I talked to my best friend Mike about it. He was sympathetic, but honest. "Man, what she did was messed up," he said over beers. "But you shouldn't have gone through her phone. That's a violation of trust too." "I know," I admitted, "but I had a feeling something was wrong. I needed to know." "And now you do," Mike said. "So what are you going to do about it?" That was the question, wasn't it? Could I forgive her? Could we move past this? Or was this a sign of deeper issues in our relationship that couldn't be fixed? After a week of silence and tension, Sarah approached me with a proposal. "I think we need to talk," she said, sitting down next to me on the couch. "Really talk. No accusations. No defensiveness, just honesty." I agreed, and we spent the next few hours laying everything out on the table. She admitted that she had been feeling unfulfilled in our relationship, that she missed the excitement of the early days. She acknowledged that going on the dating app was a mistake, a cry for attention that she regretted deeply. For my part, I admitted that I had been taking her for granted, that I had assumed everything was fine, because we never talked about our problems. I acknowledged that going through her phone was a violation of her privacy, something I had never done before and would never do again. We decided to try to work through it. We made a pact to be more honest with each other, to communicate our needs and concerns instead of letting them fester. We agreed to put more effort into our relationship, to bring back some of the excitement and spontaneity that had been missing. We even went to couples counseling, which was terrifying at first, but ultimately helpful. Having a neutral third party to mediate our discussions made it easier to be honest without fear of immediate judgment. It wasn't easy. There were days when I couldn't get the image of her dating profile out of my head, when I wondered if she was still talking to other people behind my back. There were days when she resented me for snooping, for not trusting her. But slowly, we started to rebuild. We went on dates, like we did when we first met. We talked about our feelings, our fears, our dreams. We made an effort to be more present with each other, to appreciate what we had, instead of focusing on what was missing. Now, months later, our relationship is stronger than ever. We still have our issues, but we face them together, instead of letting them drive us apart. We've learned that trust is fragile, easily broken, but also repairable with time, effort, and forgiveness. So, AITA, for confronting my girlfriend after finding her secret dating profile. Maybe I shouldn't have gone through her phone, and I've acknowledged that. But she also shouldn't have been on a dating app while we were in a committed relationship, and she's acknowledged that. In the end, we both made mistakes, but we also both chose to work through them. And maybe that's what love really is, not never making mistakes, but choosing to face them together, even when it's hard.